I have removed the hat. The hat is off. The ninjas are in the house. The Giants are playing without. Whatever is it? I was going to say Dave Brown. What's going on, everyone? This is Tim Online Big Blue. We're bringing you the best in sangria-based entertainment. Wearing the same clothes as last night. I had a full head of hair when I went to bed. And now this happened. I don't know. Little word of advice. Don't eat the fruit. I didn't eat the fruit, though. Everyone else in the house ate the fruit. I didn't eat the fruit. What's going on, Zack Attack? I see Mike Lee's going out to the game today. We're going to have some excitement. You know why? Because we are.
You can't keep me cooped up in here, okay? I am a peacock. You got to let me fly.
We're letting the peacock fly. We're letting the peacock out. We're letting Mike Glennon spread his wings and fly like a Mike Glennon. He's going to throw for 350 and 2 touchdowns, and he's going to lead the Giants to a 42-28 victory over the Miami Dolphins. And then I woke up from my drunken-induced haze. Word of advice. If Mrs. Online Big Blue offers you sangria, refuse. Say no. Unless you want to be on the floor. Just throwing that out there. I'm so tired I can't even take the picture of the sangria off the screen. But we got the ninjas out because the ninjas are there. You know what? Today's a 3 ninja show. Why is it a 3 ninja show? Because I see a lot of people excited about the virtue of Mike Glennon starting. About the hope. You know, it's like Star Wars. It's the new hope. And how bad is it that a 20-something-8-year-old quarterback or whatever he is, who's got a record of like 3-20, is the fans' new hope? Good morning. I have the hat off. Problem with my hair is, I'm 50-something years old, but my hair grows like a freaking weed. I cut it down to a 2, trying to go high and tight. This will grow back in a month. In a month, it'll be. So, I'll say it is. What are we saying it is? I'll say it is. Mike Glennon's 31 years old. Oh, you know what? So it's even worse. We're waiting for a 31-year-old quarterback to come and save the day because the peacock.
You can't keep me cooped up in here, okay? I am a peacock. You got to let me fly.
We got to let the peacock fly. We got to let him out. We got to get this game rolling and rocking and going because you want to know what? I want to see what this offense can truly do with an actual quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. How fun would that be? What the hell would happen if Mike, and we all knew after the Colt McCoy game was an aberration. What happens? And they barely beat 17-10. What happens if if Mike Glennon goes out there and literally does throw for like 350 and 4 touchdowns? What happens? What's happening? It's over. It's good. What do we get to? What do we got here? It's going to be funny if Mike Glennon gets this team on a winning streak. If he gets this team on a winning streak, I am going to be so pumped up because, like I said, like the Colt McCoy game back in Seattle, this was the time I was like, yes. I had so much fun watching that Seattle game last year because you weren't waiting for the other shoe to drop with Mike Glennon. With Daniel Jones. You literally were not waiting for it. You thought we had a chance. You thought we could go to victory. We're having coffee. It's Black Rifle time. Well, anyone that was on the stream the other night understands what I'm talking about with the sangria. Oh, yesterday I heard Giant fans saying they can't wait until Bryce Young in 2023. Folks, unless I'm 1-16 in 2003, we're not getting him Seattle. And why are we waiting to 2023? Why? There's a guy. There's a hope. And when he goes to the Senior Bowl, which he's been invited to, we go to the combines and we see him on his pro day. People are going to be like, Tim, you are so right about Malik Willis. Did the offense look better under Glennon, under center of the cat? Yes, actually. Well, no, they moved the ball more, but they still had the same issues getting into the end zone. Wilson or Riddler, any other quarterbacks is meaningless to me because you are not sitting there on the Malik Willis Express. Jump on board. Jump on the side. Jump on the winning team. Like they said, in Full Metal Jacket, whose side are you on? Time to come on board and jump on the winning team. And that winning team is Malik Willis. Thank you. I shouldn't wear hats because, like I said, I got a full head of hair, and I shouldn't wear hats. But like I said, when my hair gets so freaking crazy, I can't do anything with it. So So I got my hair cut. Cue the underdog theme. Here I come to save the day. You mean that music? I don't know what you're talking about. Just take 2 offensive linemen. No GM Brainer would do that. No, you wouldn't. Whoever said that, I'm not gonna get on other YouTubers or Twitterizers. Because we went through that whole dilemma on Friday or whatever day it was. And it was funny though, because I got flagged at one point for the stream for improper material. So evidently one of the people I banned got upset, and we all know where they came from, got upset, and they reported me to YouTube, but YouTube took it down immediately. So people are stupid. Call me crazy. All right. Crazy. I think we can win 10-17. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. All aboard. I am all aboard the Peacock Express. Let the pigeons fly. Let the peacock loose. Aka! I don't think a peacock does that. I don't think so. But we got to let it go. I like Matt. I do like Matt. I think he went up against Malik Willis. But I like Matt, but I want something special. I don't think Matt Carroll's special. I don't think he's special. I want something special. I want something different. Like we were talking about the other day. I want Fudge Ripple. That's what I want.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Jump aboard the winning team. Let's do this. What's going on, Alex Sports? How are we doing this morning? All right, we're going to do a giveaway this morning. I don't know what it's going to be yet. We gave away the Zio Jalari jersey, and we also gave away the Daniel Jones aloe toilet paper. James Williams was so graciously, and James got his. We're waiting on Jeffrey. If the Giants blow out Miami, what do? I'd do this. Then I pop a lock like, send it back. Send it back. That's what I do. That's what I do if the Giants win. If the Giants win, it's then all of a sudden going to be, well, Daniel Jones' injury is a little bit more severe than we thought. Do I think they're going to win against Miami? I don't think so. I don't. Will it be I just don't. Maybe we target Kenny. Oh, here we go. Kenny is going to get 10 targets today. I assure you, smart IQ quarterbacks get their ball to their best playmakers. That's very smart, Bob Jones. Kind of how Eli did with Odell. Eli at times, though, force-fed Odell to at points as a detriment. But I understand your point. And you know what? At this point in time, and people forget, and Kadarius Toney's out, but Kadarius Toney had his best game as a pro with Mike Glennon under center. And what happened after it? Anyone else, I'll pick it fake slide. That was all. Yeah, I did see that. Someone's got to teach Dan Jones how to slide. I don't care because he's not going to be here. Tim, no blue or on Giants gear for the game. Support your local Giants fan. You know what the thing is, and I laugh because I hear about that. You don't need to wear Giant gear to be a Giant fan or Giant supporter. So I never feel the need to, except usually for my hat, but that was the hair issue. I don't feel the need to extol the virtues of my team by letting people know that I'm a supporter by wearing gear. That's great if you're like 15. And I don't bash people that wear gear to the game because I wear gear to the game, but I'm not going to sit here on YouTube and wear gear all day long. I have a slight bias for Riller due to him whooping up my university team the past couple of years. Still a solid quarterback, but I would be happy with New York took Malik Willis. I am too. I would be excited. But you know what? We're here to talk about another quarterback. The Peacock.
Your best.
Oh, wait a minute.
Losers always
that's for Daniel Jones.
Best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
That's Daniel Jones. We all say Daniel Jones needs to get laid. We've all said that. Also, what we've seen for Joe Judge, he's going to throw everyone. Yeah, he is going to throw everyone the bus to save his tail. Yep, you're right. Once Gettleman is gone, Daniel Jones is going to be right behind him. I think you're not wrong, though. You're 100% right. And it's the thing with Judge. The fish stinks from the head down, and I'm responsible for everything, but it's Jason Garrett's fault. It's the other coach's fault. It's the O-line's fault. It's everyone's fault but me. Don't blame me. What did I do? I don't do anything. It's never my fault. And that's Joe Judge. And it literally is. And we've said it before.
I ran out of gas. I had a flat tire. I didn't have enough money for cab fare. My tux didn't come back from the cleaners. An old friend came in from out of town. Someone stole my car. There was an earthquake. A terrible flood.
Locust!
It wasn't my fault, I swear to God!
And that is what we refer to as our old buddy Joe Judge in the meeting room. We're going to win today 3-2. We were so close to taking that game 3-2 last week. What do we got up, Zach Attack? Matt Carroll fits the Lions. The Lions reminds me of Stafford quarterback. Let him take him. Let him take him because we're taking him. We're taking the Willis. But this is still the line. The Lions are 5.5 point favorites according to T-Pack Sports, and over under for the Giants is 41.5. Thank you. Thank you, Mazinga. I like Mazinga better. I'm accurate. Am I accurate? Or are you talking to someone on the phone? Because you know what, Jake, I am accurate. I'm not as accurate as they come. Marta should teach Jones to slide. Someone should teach Jones to slide, but not now because you know what? And I'm not saying it was good for him to get hurt because it's never good. You never want to wish someone to get ill or get hurt. But how exciting is this? I've seen Twitter pretty much explode at times, except for a couple neophytes. But I've seen them explode at times with, oh my God, Daniel Jones is not playing. What does that say about your franchise quarterback? I'd be funny if the Steelers passed on Pickett, deja vu. Oh, yeah, if they passed on a Pitt quarterback, they could have had that guy named Danny Mula. Oh, Marino. Yeah, they could have that guy Marino. What's up, Logic's finest? Here I come to save the day. Was Mighty Mouse not underdog? Hello, how old are you? Not evidently old enough. I'm 6. Well, actually, Mrs. Online Blake Blue says I have the mentality of a 7-year-old, but that's okay because she's right. I'd rather see Jake from State Farm over Daniel Jones. I kind of want to see what Jake does. Jake the Snake. We come up with some great nicknames. Coffee break. Nothing's better than morning than that smooth taste of Black Rifle coffee. Pumpkin blend. Let's see, Zach here. I feel like Freddie Kitchens will somehow screw this up. Well, that's confidence. He will rely on the screen passes. However, Miami plays blitzes. They are also in the area to convert. Yeah, the problem with Miami is they're going to blitz the hell out of you. They are. And they're going to use different disguises. They're going to use different players. They're going to use their safeties. They're going to use their secondaries. And like I said, it's going to be deja vu to a point that I don't know completely. And I've said this before, and it's not a slam against Patrick Graham. How much his defensive philosophy is based off his own or based off of Brian Flores. I'm just saying that. Why are they making a Home Alone movie? Please stop. I didn't know they were making a Home Alone movie. Didn't know that. Didn't Gettleman blame Shermer for the Jones pick? You have a bunch of guys that won't take the blame. You know, it's funny. It's interesting that you say that because I think at one point in time, it was Shermer that blamed Gettleman. I hope the king of the almost sack shows up today. They do have a weak offensive line. Very much so. But Willie?
King of the almost sack.
Which is a perfect segue. We're going to be giving away. I was going to sell the king of the almost sack paraphernalia. I was going to sell that. And then I've changed my mind. We are going to be giving away king of the almost sack paraphernalia. The ninja has proven it. It's 3 ninja approval that we are going to be doing that. I figure it's easier to keep the ninjas up here because you know how they screw with my equipment. You know it. I felt like everything was so conservative with Jones. I used to think it was purely an offensive line, but now I don't know. We're going to find out today. We are literally going to find out today if it's him. But the defense, you got to give credit to the defense of Miami these last 5 games. You really do. Morning, Jose G. Welcome to the house. DJ should play basketball. Oh my God. How was the sangria tonight? I say you are not that old, lol. We're in the same age. I know, Logic. I was being kind of facetious there. Sangria, let's put it this way. Everyone was fine until they ate the fruit and the sangria. I don't drink sangria because I'm a man. You know, I drink manly drinks. I drink stuff that you set on fire. And all I know is everyone was fine. Everyone was enjoying the sangria. Now, this is not the first time my wife, Mrs. Online Big Blue, made sangria and knocked out an entire party. This is not the first time. Let's just put it this point. At one point, we're all sitting around the table and we're eating. And all of a sudden, one of our guests just starts laughing hysterically about nothing. And they're going, the fruit burns when you eat it. And they're like, it burns. And then they go like this, it burns. It's so bad. My tongue is numb. I can't feel my legs. Well, stop eating the fruit. that might help a little bit. Jose G, I'm going to give you another good morning shout out. shut out to shut out. You know what I mean, Jose? How you doing, Jose? How you feeling today? As he will feast, hell, maybe Dexter. Dude might show up. Leonard Williams might show up. Somebody might show up. For all the people that hate Jerry Reese, at least he had $30 million. Cap space in 18. We had $3 million cap space. Good luck next GM. Yeah. I mean, I think that we have to, yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. Random thought. Did you see the Cowboys run the wishbone? Yes, I did. It's the new offensive philosophy of the league. Let's go to the wishbone. Can we go to the T formation? Yeah. I heard Xavier. I like Xavier Howard too. Dude has really turned into it. They have some ballers on the Miami defense. We are not between their linebackers, their safeties, and some of their corners. They have some guys that you need to be fearful of. And if you are worried about the offensive line, this is a game to worry about it. But I think Mike Glennon is enough of a pro. Short shots, 3-step drops, run a couple draws, and then shock him deep. That's what I'm doing if I'm the Giants. If I'm the Giants, that's my game plan. Mike Glennon's fast enough to read the defense. Give him a 3-step drop. Kind of like a Tom Brady, like he did against us. But let's not throw a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Let's do a 3-step drop, quick strikes, use it as a running play, mix it in with a draw, and then at that point go deep. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Come on. For everyone who has kids and knows this, we all know Anthony's a sexy wiggle. We know it. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad. Can't hit the high notes today. Random thought. What else this got over here for the Jose G? I've seen early draft articles where the Giants draft a quarterback from Pitt. What's your opinion? I like Pickett. I do. But I don't think he's special. He could be a great quarterback. He could be a good quarterback in this league. I want to take a shot. We are so conservative with our drafting sometimes with quarterbacks. I want to take a shot at something. I want to be different. That's what I want. I would take a shot. You know what? I've said that how many times? I think I've said that 3 weeks in a row. Take a shot deep. First play, burn him. Just take Kenny. And Kenny's not a deep threat. But take Kenny and just send him right down, streak him right down the freaking field. Send them all. Everyone. Just schoolyard it. Everyone fly pattern. Go long. Just go. What's the worst going to happen? You get an incompletion? Are you going to get an interception? It's like a punt. I really think Judge Sadley will be our next GM. Oh, don't say that. Why did you say that? Why? You just made me sad. This is a happy place. No GM will want to come to New York and be told to keep. Yes, thank you, Grant. Nobody's going to want to go to New York and be told you have to keep Daniel Jones, you have to keep Joe Judge, and you have no cap space. But I love it now because all the geniuses on Twitter are like, we have no cap space. Where did this come from? I don't know. Why am I talking like underdog again? Bold prediction. 150 for Barkley today. That is a bold prediction, Vinny G. That is a bold prediction. Reality prediction. Barkley will get another 50 yards. So I think that Barkley, away from the Met life, in the sun, in the heat, I got a feeling, man. I got a feeling he's gonna do something. And Mike Glennon is a professional quarterback. He knows how to position his line and his players. He knows how to make the line shift. He does. Matt from Connecticut, essentially a water boy at this point. You can do it, Bobby Boucher. Yeah, the problem with the water boy was he was good. Matt evidently isn't good. This is Matt from Connecticut. Secondary will have to step up for the king of the coverage sacks.
Hear ye, come one, come all, for it's the king of the coverage sack.
He will have to step up. The secondary is going to have to step up. They're going to have to hold their hold their coverage a little bit longer, and that worries me with this team. That worries me with this secondary. It does. Pickett is nice, but I don't see him becoming a superstar. He'll become a Tannehill Cousins type. I don't disagree with that, Bob. I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. Ingram has nothing all season. Reality is thought of having him a good game based on blind hope and faith. Why not? Sometimes blind hope and faith is where we need to go. Oh my God. Can you do the old intro? Mickey, my head hurts. My head hurts. I think I have internal bleeding in my brain, but I didn't even eat the fruit. Here's for you, Nikki. This one's for you. And if I die on the air, I bet I finally get 1 million views. Hello, everyone. This is Tim Online Big Blue, bringing the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. There you go, Nikki. That was for you. That'll be $49.95. KTEL Records. And only the old people are gonna know what KTEL Records is. You can run on Miami. You can. But the problem is, can our line run on Miami? Can we run on Miami? That's the question. Pickett fits the Giants. That's the problem. He fits the Giant mold. And that's why the Eagles may draft Willis. They're not going to. We're going to get him. Tim, how many jerseys do you have and who? I got so many freaking jerseys. I got jerseys out the wazoo. I got a Lawrence Taylor one on the floor somewhere around here. I got a Lawrence Taylor 86 retro jersey, but that one's mine. I'm not giving that one up. I buy jerseys. Here we go. I saw on Twitter, 4 yards with Booker is bad. Can't do. No, they can't do. Stay off Twitter. Logic's fine. No one is allowed on Twitter. No Twitter for anyone. No Twitter for you. People on Twitter are people that, it's funny. I posted yesterday on Twitter and I said, it's easy to piss people off, but it's an art form to tick people off so much to the fact that they hate you, but still watch. And that's what I use Twitter for. I ninja it. This is an homage to The Last Dragon. Stay off Twitter. Stay off Twitter. Stay off Twitter. Or maybe I'll give away a Knicks jersey. I don't know. I can't think because I don't really have anything on the floor. My office is a mess. It's a mess. I'm not a fan of taking a center. No, I can't take a center at 6, but I'm hearing the Giants fans saying they take a center from Iowa. Most centers are second to third round guys. You're right. Your quality centers usually can come in later in the draft. That's like you don't take a running back at 2. Just throwing that out there. But I like Saquon Barkley. Twitter people proving their incompetence per usual. Everyone just stay off Twitter. We're going to be such a happier place if we stay off Twitter. Where are the spies today? We had spies in here on Friday. Spies reporting back to people. And we gave them the 2-finger salute. And they got banned. Pickett looking average. Yeah, Pickett looks average to me. He's not, I'm saying Pickett's not going to be a good NFL quarterback. I want something different. I want something exciting. Fromm was given 17. Jeff Rutledge's old number. Hostetler was 15. I don't have a Twitter at all. Good logic. Fine. Stay off Twitter. Haas was 15. Rutledge was 17. In retrospect, also Dave Brown was 17. If we can handle the blitz today, it's a double. If we can play with, and I'm going to use Joe Judge coach speak, if we can play within ourselves and take each opportunity as they come and not get out of what we need to do, we could potentially take this game at an easy level as long as we all understand the basis of what we're trying to accomplish. That's coach speak, which means nothing. Matt from Connecticut is a poster boy for Gettleman's. Oh God, Jose, you know what? We talked about this a million times, Jose G. I got so my tookish handed to myself on that draft video because I gave the draft a C-. Everyone's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. It's an A. It's an A. And then they regraded the draft the next year, or at the end of the year. And everyone gave them a C to a C-. You can easily see projected talent over immediate talent. Doesn't take a genius. John Mara and Tisch are the sole organization the team stinks from the start. And that's the problem. Mara still owns 51% of the team. Tisch is never going to be able to move anything out. It's going to be the same vicious cycle unless they have a James Dolan and we do something. According to Pro Football Focus, Diggs' Dallas is worse than Adoree Jackson. How many interceptions does Diggs have? How many touchdowns does he have? And Adoree Jackson's out today. I'm a little concerned that Adoree's out today because you're going to have to rely on some rookies. And I'm not sure. Darnay Holmes had a good game last week, but he has this philosophy. Same with Julian Love. They have this thing where they play up and down, up and down. So let's hope today's an up down. So long as it isn't Carroll Howe, I'm ready for a new quarterback. What do you think of Tua, the real deal? He's not Tebow. Tua was completing 70% of his passes for almost 1,900 yards, and I think 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions or something like that. And he keeps getting hurt and benched. Tua's issue is the fact that he needs to stay on the field. No matter what, you need to keep Tua. I don't care. And if I'm Miami, I don't care if Tua is 11 for 20 and he's throwing interceptions. He needs to stay on the field because he can make things happen. He can. He is accurate. He is decisive at times in the pocket. But the problem is he can't stay in the pocket because he can't stay on the field. Tua surpasses you just by breathing. Yeah, Tua, don't sleep on Tua, man. I'm telling you. I have a feeling the Giants will force a center at 5 because they need a line. I would not like that. I would cry. Let's go, Giants. What's up, T? What's up, T, Brad? Jones 17 at Duke. Shudders. I know. All right, call me weird, but I like the draft quarterback. I do too. Will surprise a lot of people and pretty good just because people said that's the thing. How many times have quarterback drafts sucked? And they produced people like Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson and things like that. And then we have these venerable drafts where, yeah, you get your Dan Marinos, but you also get your Todd Blackledges, your Tony Esiasons, your Ken O'Briens. Good quarterbacks that don't amount to a hell of beans all the time. Joe Burrows couldn't beat out Dwayne Haskins. Willis couldn't beat out Simpson. How much Dwayne worked out? Yeah. People don't understand that though. Zach, you know that. Deion Jones should watch Hostetler the scrambling, not fumbling. I don't think he should watch Hostetler film. Hostetler was a good quarterback towards the end of his career, but it took him forever to get on the field because of the fact that he had better quarterbacks ahead of him. Looks like Adoree Jackson is out today. He is out today. If the Giants lose, I think it's mainly beyond offense. If the Giants shut down Tua, don't sleep. I know everyone looked statistically at the running game for the Fins, but don't sleep on this running game. You have to remember the Giants gave up over 200 yards rushing last week against the Eagle. You give up. Here's the thing, and I've said this before. You can give up 350 yards passing, and a good portion of the time you will win that game because a lot of times people get those excessive passing yardages because of the fact that they're playing catch-up. If you give up 200 yards, 9 out of 10 rushing, 9 out of 10 times, you're probably going to lose that game because someone's controlling the clock. The only problem is they couldn't score, like Daniel Jones. Surprising Adoree's injury prone. He is injury prone. I'm observantly objective fan. There you go, Logic's finest. I do not do faith or blind hope, just not in my DNA. That's why you come here. That's all good. I heard false hope there will be a unicorn in today's game. I think Kadarius Toney looked like he is out as well. Do you think Danny Jones played his last game for the Giants? No, I don't think so. I think there's still here's what's gonna happen. If Glennon lights it up, they'll probably give Glennon another week and say Jones is still hurt. If we lose, the fan base will be like, well, we lost because we didn't have Daniel Jones. It's going to be a never-ending vicious cycle. Yeah, I believe Kadarius is out. Good morning, old Daniel. See how you doing, my friend? How are we doing? We're doing all good here. I'm worried about Waddle too. I've been saying let's worry about Waddle. And there's a couple other wide receivers on that team I am worried about. And I've said it. And if what's his name? And he hasn't played much this year. What is it? Preston Williams? Is it Preston Williams? Yeah, Preston Williams was a full go. He was a full go in practice. He's been coming off the knee. If he is another guy that you need to. It's a guy that does not get a lot of swagger right now because he's not having a very good season. But I'm telling you right now, watch out for Preston Williams. I'm telling you right now, there's always risk to take quarterback. But you know what? No risk, no reward. Fortune favors the bold. So be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. That's what the Giants need to do. I like Carroll the best. I'm more of a Marsha Brady fan. Oh, we're talking Carroll from. We were laughing because we have a bunch of dogs, and we have one dog that's like the middle child, and I call her Jan Brady because no matter what she does, if someone's getting attention or someone else, she's got to insert herself. And it's always like Marsha every time everyone gets in the way. I heard Dexter Lawrence will be going to Minnesota soon. He can have Dexter Lawrence if they can bring back if we bring back our old buddy Dalvin Tomlinson. I'll be looking at Robinson today too, and Robinson he's gonna have to ball out, and I think they're gonna pick on him. I think Miami's smart enough to go after Robinson early. I wouldn't be shocked if Miami controls the line of scrimmage on both sides. I'm more worried about them controlling the line of scrimmage on defense. Well, that smooth, bold taste of Black Rifle coffee. How good it is. Only have to do that 4 times a video. I'm just joking. Black Rifle's not a sponsor. I just really like the coffee. People are like, why are sometimes dry so big? Because I drink Black Rifle. Robinson looked okay. He looked okay so far. He did. He's got to show me something more in coverage. The good thing about Robinson is, and it's a good thing and a bad thing, when there is a completion against him, he does make the tackle. A lot of guys will give up a lot of completions, but they won't make the tackle. DJ, I think DJ is probably going to be here next year either, unless we all jump on the Malik Willis train. I'm surprised teams don't listen to our advice off tackle. How do you not figure that out? And I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. But this is going back to the Cleveland preseason game. Off tackle left, off tackle left, off tackle right, up the middle, bust up the gut, go deep. Every team does it. It's shocking how many times we watch people. I would like people to count how many times they go off tackle left or off tackle right. A lot of times they don't even go up the middle. I would like to count that. Is Solder playing? I think somewhere. I don't know if he's playing. Let's check the injury report. Let me go here and check the injury report. New York Giants injury report. New York Giants. This is why people come here. It's the professionalism. Or else could you go and watch somebody Google? I always love that. Why would you go watch someone that Googles something? I don't know. I laugh because I do this stuff off the top of my head. And people are like, well, you got this wrong. You got that wrong. And you missed this, that. Yeah, because I don't do it. I don't look it up. I just wing it. I just wing it. Let's see here. We have, Trent Harris is out with an ankle. Adoree Jackson's out with a quad. Caden Smith's out with a knee. Daniel Jones is out with a neck. Let's see here. Sterling Shepard is doubtful, which means he's pretty much out. Kadarius Toney is also doubtful. And John Ross is also questionable, which means he'll play. Kyle Rudolph is questionable. Dodged a bullet on that one. Who else is going to be a waste at tight end? And Nate Solder's got, yes, he does have an elbow. He did not participate in practice Friday, but he is questionable, which means more likely he's going to play. He's going to play and see how long he can go. That's my Twitter reading for the day. I did read that on Twitter. Daniel Jones has been injured every year. He's starting to get, I agree. I do think he's injury prone. What does Ian Rappaport have to say? So there's rumors that Jones has an injury to the bones in his spine, and doctors don't think he'll play again, but the Giants are holding out hope. Playing again for the rest of the season or playing again for his career? I'm just asking because I don't know. Love the Giants, but at this point it's becoming speculative just to see actually pull out a win or if they're beat themselves over the head with their own stupidity. Well, a lot of people say I'm stupid. But I'm not. I'm smart like a fox. You know what Patag goes? Let's just enjoy this game because we're not going to wait to see how Daniel Jones screws it up. Imagine that, Tim. If we lose fans, we'll say it's because we didn't have. That's going to be the funniest thing. That's what's going to happen. If we lose this game, let's say 21-19. Let's just say it's 21-19. People are going to be like, well, we could have won that. We could have scored 28 if Daniel Jones was in the game because he would have gotten all these plays. What's wrong with you? You don't know football. I love it when 12-year-olds tell me I don't know football. That's why they do demographics on YouTube and they break down the people that watch. And I actually have a higher number of people over in the age group of, I think it's 27 to 38. I have a high number between there, which is good because those are usually your logical fans. And then I also have a higher number between 38 and I think it was 38 and 50 something. And I have a very low rate of children, which is a bad thing because those are the ones that make up YouTube. Yikes! There's a cervical bone, probably a spinal injury. That's not good. Well, like I said, we don't want to be injured for his career. He was talking about the NFL Network this week. I didn't know that. Bryce Lund looked amazing yesterday. Makes me jealous. Okay, one game. That's what I say with people. Saeed, how are you doing? I didn't give you a big shout out. I didn't see you. Because my problem is I try to get to every message. How you doing this morning, Saeed? You ready for a big giant win? What do you think now? What do you think how Thomas looked this year compared to the other tackles taken last? You know, it's funny. I think when he was playing, when he was not injured, I think he was playing the best out of all the tackles taken last year. I really do. And also a couple guys are hurt, but I really do think he was playing at a higher level. And I said this before, we've talked about this, and I can't remember the tackle because someone actually pointed it out to me. There was a guy his rookie year taken high in the draft a couple of years back that sucked. And then next year he was an all-pro. You don't know. That's why you have to give a draft a minimum of 3 years. I've said this before. Rookie season, no one's got film on you. You could be a stud or you could be a dud. Second season, people have film on you. The good news is if you're a stud, you need to progress into your game and allow them, because teams will manage against you. You have to figure out a way to get over that. And if you were a dud, people aren't going to care. And that's why a lot of people have a bad rookie season, have a good second year and don't fall into the sophomore slump. Then year 3, the league's got 2.5 years or 2 years of footage on you. They know what you are. You know what you are as a player. You have to build yourself around making yourself better than what the league thinks. Secondary has played well against weak offense. This is not the defensive front. Good against the offense. Secondary has gotten torched for big scores. D-line is Swiss cheese. Yes, at time. And I'm worried. I am actually worried about the deep pass. Did you guys see the defensive tackle from Baylor play his name? The dude's a beast. Looks like he could be a good time. Tomlinson was a late round, well, not late round pick, but Tomlinson was a middle round draft choice. There's certain areas that you go to get in the draft, and unless it's a stud, a good example, Kyle Pitts, the tight end that was going to revolutionize the entire tight end position, has had 2 really good games because the league is sitting on him. Because this isn't college. And he's going to be a good player, but he's going to have to figure it out. What's going on, Clutch B-Ball TV? Season, not a career. Okay, Bob. All right, thank you for clarification. If Glennon wins, the Giants fans will have to say we won by more if we had. I can see it now. We could win 38-13. And some Giant fans would be like, we could have scored 52 if we had Daniel Jones. I'm so depressed. Really depressed. Kyle Rudolph and all these players. I can't. I know. It's almost like Nate Ebner not being here. Nate Ebner. Giants should hire a GM, draft Malik Willis. Okay, I like it. Like it so far. I like what else? An O-lineman, a pass rusher, and start cutting their trading guys. I like it, except the cutting their trading guys because we are going to be on the cap. We're going to be on the snide for that cap space. And the problem is we're probably going to end up pushing out some money into 2023 just to get under the cap for 2022. People say DJ is tough, but he provides nothing when he's out there. They love to compete comparing to Big Ben and Steve McNair, which neither of these, the problem with Big Ben and Steve McNair, outside of major injuries, they always played, especially Steve McNair. Steve McNair at times, man, he got the Jesus walloped out of him. And he still played. He still competed. Let's see. I want to have this hope. We're going to have hope. Giants might finally turn the corner after the rebuild. I'm hoping. We got to have hope. You hope and I'll hurry. You try and I'll plan. We'll do what's necessary because even a miracle needs a hand. I'm telling you. I'm old head. Never sounded so good. Thanks, bro. Well, thank you. Thank you. Am I the old head? Listen, man, look at that hair. Does that hair look old to you? Thomas looked way better at this. He looked great before he got hurt. He looked awesome. I'm telling you, he looked better. Jones and Baker and Jones will start their careers hot. Then the NFL has adapted, and they've been average below. That's the problem with Baker. Baker Mayfield, though, is a lot of his is injuries. And I do think that the Odell factor was a little bit of a factor in that organization. Jeffrey, Happy Sunday, all. I might actually watch a Giant game. It's been so long. Another arm under center. Jeffrey, my friend, you have to watch the game. And I think I got the thing stopped. And I'm going to have them resend it. And I will let you know Monday if it happens. So I'll email you. I'll email you on Monday once I get the notification from the post office. Baker has been excused. Yeah, he does, man. And the dude, here's the thing. Baker tore something in his non-throwing shoulder, and he's still playing. And I know I'm not equating that to a neck because a neck is a serious injury. You don't want to screw around with necks. Yeah, anyway, that's defense tag number 98 on Baylor. No, we're not taking a defense tag early. I don't want a defensive tackle early. Most teams have questions about their quarterbacks going into year 3, usually let the guy go. Eli's the only quarterback that had kind of a situation similar to that in Super Bowl memory. Yeah, you're right. Why not? Why not? You're right. You're not. Well, you're not. That's right. You are right. I still think Mara needs to step down from running the football organization. You know what, Mara, I think because of the fact that his son runs the scouting department, you have so much he's got so much history with his father, Wellington, or grandfather Wellington. I can't remember his father's grandfather. So he's never going to step down. He's never going to take the hint. So why is Mike playing instead? Because he's got a boo-boo. He's got an injury. He's got to hurt his neck. I want Jake from State Farm. Shame happened to Steve McNair after he retired. He was a really good quarterback. He was a real good quarterback. He just got the crap beat out of him. And it is a shame of what happened. Rest in peace, Mr. McNair. Joe Judge is unlikable. I feel like the teams want him. I do think in some ways that Joe Judge is not, I don't want to say he's not liked within the locker room. I don't want to say the players don't respect him. I don't want to say that. I will say that I do feel that Joe Judge does not have the pulse of the locker room. And you could tell after the team quit in Tampa, and it's plain and simple. They quit. That last 7-8 minutes, they quit on their coach. They quit on their organization. They quit on their city. They quit on the jersey that they had on front and in front of them and their names on the back. They quit. And I've said it before. Pat Shurmur, love him or hate him, he got his guys to play hard all the time. And I hated Pat Shurmur. I hate giving any credit to Pat Shurmur whatsoever. It pains me to say something nice about Pat Shurmur because I just thought he was such a douche. And he was. But the guys didn't quit on him. Game is a football of inches. It is. Game, football, and everyone will tell you, and people will tell you, not everyone, people in the Twitter sphere will tell you, well, they lost that game on that one play. No. Games are won and lost on a series of plays, not just one. You could take a rudimentary example and say, well, they missed the field goal. They lost the game. That was a play. No, there was probably at least 7-8 other plays within the game that you could either win with or lose against. You can win or lose. It's not always just one play. And I hate when people blame certain players of something blown at the end of the game because of the fact that, and coaches will tell you it's not one guy. One guy's not winning or losing this game. What happens is if you have a string of plays where you lose out, that costs you the game. You cannot do a rudimentary breakdown and say this one play cost us a game. Oh, my God. What do we got for Zachary? Zachary, I laughed at people that talk about Jones' rookie seemed great, but to tell them that there was 26 touchdowns, 24 turnovers, and how great that good year. And like I said, you remove 3 games. What happens? But we're here for the Peacock, man. We are here for the Peacock. Well, we're blowing up. We're blowing this up. We're getting Malik Willis. We're blowing it all up. We're blowing it all up because we're waiting for.
You can't keep me cooped up in here, okay? I am a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
It's time to let the peacock loose. Hey, Malik Willis or nothing. We're jumping on the Malik Willis train. All aboard.
All aboard.
We're
the
getting
Malik
him.
Willis Express.
I just love it also doing it because people hate it. A certain YouTuber loves to name drop Pat Shurmur. Why do they name drop? And you don't have to say who it is, but why do they name drop Pat Shurmur? Out of curiosity, did they know the man? I hated Shurmur as a head coach. He's a good. You know what? It's like a lot of coaches, like Joe Bugle. Joe Bugle, great offensive coordinator, great line coach, terrible head coach. Plenty of coaches in the annals of history that are fantastic coordinators, but terrible coaches. Greg, coming all the way in from overseas. What do we got here? We got giant notification. Breaking news. Da, 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 da. All right, Giants have arrived at the stadium at the Hard Rock. Mike Lee is out there. Mike Lee's out there today. How you doing, my friend? I always preach the truth, good or bad, right or wrong, or indifferent. You love it, you hate it, you don't like it, whatever. I don't care. I care what the people that follow consistently and leave comments care about, because those are smart football fans like Greg and everyone else. People forget football is a team sport. It takes 22 guys to win or lose. One guy can't change it. That's right. And I've said this a million times. It's not won or lost on one play. There is a succession of plays during the game that you win a game on and you lose a game on. And any NFL coach will tell you that. If you say otherwise, you don't know the sport and you rudimentarily do not fundamentally understand how football is played. I thought they quit on Shermer. No, they actually didn't quit on Shermer towards the end. We did win the game, one game that cost us draft pick for Chase Young. Yeah, that's true. But the only game I recall, they didn't seem to. I cannot think of any game they quit. And like I said, I hate Pat Shermer. Freaking hate him. Because of the fact that he won a game, he was the greatest guy in the world, and his shit didn't stink. He lost a game, and he Joe judged it and said it was everyone else's fault. But I got to give him that. In 9 games as a rookie, he had 12 touchdowns. Yes, thank you. And how many fumbles? Very simple. And it's what he's doing consistently now. And that's what people don't get. You minus those 3 games, and you look at his per season average for the last 3 years, that's what he's doing. Thank you, where Tomlinson was drafted. Thank you. 55th overall. I knew it was, I couldn't think off the top of my head. Sorry. See, you know what the problem is to you, Brad? RG3 was great till he got hurt. And Malik Willis is not as fragile as RG3. Watch Malik Willis play. Even when he ran the ball 22 times for like 23 yards, the guy is like a running back. He's baby Vic. Tim, this is what Rex Ryan defense. Yeah, Rex Ryan, Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips is a great example. Rex Ryan did go to 2 AFC Championship games. I think Buddy Ryan is also a good example. Great coordinator, okay head coach. YouTuber name drops Pat Shermer to say DJ was a good rookie quarterback and Jason Garrett was hurting his development. Is there a fire and a giant somewhere? I get so many emails about fire giants. I get so many emails about them now. It's crazy. I tell people, I don't care. I don't care what a bunch of 12-year-olds say. I don't care. But thank you for sending me the emails. I'm not being derogatory to people that send me the emails. I think it's good that they give me this information, and I do appreciate it. Malik Willis isn't fragile. Yes, he breaks many tackles, makes defenders miss, handles pressure better. The bum boy 8. Yes. Jeffrey just literally summed it up from start to finish about our old buddy Malik Willis. Exactly. The Black Cat game. Yeah, the Black Cat game, man. Dick LeVeaux. That's another one. Todd Bowles. That's another good one. Buddy Ryan was a defensive genius, but not a head coach. He had decent on the spot. Wade Phillips, another really good coordinator, but not a good coach. Jim Fox. No, Buddy Ryan, like I said, Buddy Ryan is the only coordinator ever to be carried off the field during the Super Bowl because he was a quasi head coach to that defense. But you're 100% right. He has called it since draft day. He has. I do think Saquon will have a big game. It's something about playing in Miami. It's something about playing in that heat. It's getting in that sunshine. As someone that lived in Miami, I'll tell you, there's just something about it. I used to hate coming back to New York. And one I didn't really hate coming back to New York. Depending on the season, it was the winter I hated coming back to New York. I used to hate, when you come back to work, because when you hit Newark and you landed and it was cold and it's got that Newark stink. Everyone that's gone to Newark International Airport knows what I'm talking about. And then you go back to Florida and you walk out to the sunshine and the doors. And it's like, oh. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen to these guys. Black Cat was more touchdown. Yeah, Black Cat can. These are good examples. Dick LeBeau, good example. Yep, Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is one hell of a coordinator, man. One hell of a coordinator. New quarterback soon, man. We're getting him. It's time to go to work.
Gotta get to work.
It's going to be not Steamin' Willie Beeman. It's going to be, his name is Malik. Malik Willis. It's going to be the Malik Willis show. Lighten it up in New York. He's going to show us the way into the 21st century. Did you see RG3 is writing about? Yeah, I did see he's writing about what happened in there. I think there's a lot of stuff that went on in Washington that we don't know about. Dan Jones is supposed to be out multiple weeks. That's what they're saying, but then they're saying week to week. Lord knows. I'm just excited and pumped that we have the ability to maybe see a professional quarterback under center, even though it's Mike Glennon. Jet Life Stadium stinks. We need to return. Yeah, we do. I think I'm from Jersey, man. Not them. That might be fighting words, but I'm from Jersey and I understand that. I do get that. You always have the big joke with you're from Jersey? What exit? Hey-oh, 8A, actually. Everyone hates DJ when he was drafted. You guys your gut is always right. Your gut is always right. You're right. If you go with your gut, you can never go wrong. Saquon is going to carry. I think Saquon's going to have a big game. I do think that. I heard the Hackensack River is waiting for Joe Judge to fire him. Yes, because we've come under the conclusion that is a closer river to fire Joe Judge into. But we're not going to fire Joe Judge into. It's going to be a happy gig. Go Trenton. I lived in Trenton, T-Brad. I lived up at North Broad Street. Or actually, right down this road from North Clinton Ave. Grew up around there. Oh, my God. Oh, everyone hated DJ when he was drafted. Oh, we got that one. Let's see here. I don't think the Giants will draft. I don't know if they're going to draft a player like Willis, but I think they should. I've seen your comments on other YouTube channels. Other YouTube channels? Other YouTube. There's other. Other YouTube channels? I know the YouTube channels. I like what Jeffrey goes on other YouTube channels. Because like me, he pisses people off. And me and you were saying how horrible DJ draft pick was, and you got blasted. You're always going to get blasted. You're always going to get blasted for that. Haha, Tim, you're right. Those chemical plants just nasty. You actually can see them driving on the turnpike. Have stunk for decades driving past. You have to roll. That used to be the joke when you were flying on the turnpike, and it always you'd get around 13, and you'd be like, roll them up. People don't know how people can say these things, mean things about Malik Willis when he's such a nice guy. These are the same people to refute. I love that. Malik Willis is a devout Christian. He praises God and his family and everything else. If you want to root for someone that is a nice guy, this is the guy. You're right. You're right. But they bash him. They say mean things about him. But would you like to see Jake Fromm? I would like to see Jake Fromm. Why not, Donovan? Why not? Give him a shot. See what he's got. I mean, if the game gets out of hand today, I think you will see Jake. But why not? I wish the best for Daniel Jones. So do I. Hope he gets healthy. So do I. Besides that, I got my ticket on the Malik Willis Express. We are going to will this into fruition. We are going to will this. We are. We are going to make sure this happens. The Giants have 99-year lease on the state of New York. 99-year lease. Well, we're not going anywhere then. My gut wrong as hell. I thought DJ might, and the thing is, you could have that. T-Town, baby, represent. Trenton makes bridge in the house. I lived in Trenton when I was a kid, man. Lived in that area. Lived there as an adult when I went, for a while, when I was a young adult. Gotta love it, man. I always talk about it. I don't know if it's still around. I don't know how old you are, but one of my favorite places, I don't know if it's still there, is Ray's Lounge. Talked about it multiple times. Jersey in the house, baby. Trenton hardcore. I remember when it was Trenton State University. Not far the hike. There you go, man. You're not far. Oh, okay. I know where you're at. So I'm Jersey strong, T-Brad. If Glennon bombs, they will rush Jones back. I don't think they're going to rush Jones back if bombs. I think they're going to just go to Glennon. I mean, Jake. Sorry. Yeah, but I lived in Trenton a long time ago. I lived in Trenton where, I mean, there's certain parts of Trenton that you don't go to, even now. But I lived in Trenton when Trenton was. I always tell the story when I was talking. I was in the parking lot of Giant Game, and I was talking to some guys in the parking lot, and they were from Newark. And I told them where I lived in Trenton. And the one guy goes, "Damn, I thought I had it bad." Because like I said, yeah, man, I'm talking Trenton back in the 80s and 90s. Oh my God, 2003. No, we're not taking Bryce Young. We have the guy. We have the man. We have it. We have it. You know what we have as Giant fans here? We have to always say this. We have this as Giant fans. We have the power to convince the Giants to go after Malik Willis. I'm telling you that. Telling you. Willis is invited to the Senior Bowl. I saw that. How much the Giants love their Senior Bowl, and I hope he's the Senior Bowl MVP because that it's a sure thing. If the New York Giants beat Miami, the Eagles will have the Dolphins' first-round pick. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about that. You're right. I didn't think about that at all. I forgot they swapped picks. I forgot about that. That's a good point. At this point, evaluation is the only problem with Mr. Cortez is we're so bad at evaluating our talent. And I've said this before. We did a breakdown. You go to the draft for the last 5 years, and people are like, well, they're horrible drafts. But if you take a look at the players, I think like 85% of the players are still in the league, but like on other teams, which means we're either not evaluating our talent or cultivating our talent. Dom is in the house. Dom, of course, is the co-host of the widely popular NFL Talk from Across the Pond and Back. We all know I carry that show. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? My internal voice isn't working. Just joking, Dom. Welcome, my friend. Go Blue. Enjoy the game. I hope Glennon balls, man. Hope he balls out. I hope he does. And that's cold coffee. I'm worried about Dixon. He is terrible. Okay. Well, I don't think we need to be worried. Let's see. When I was little, I would go to the Ports Bayonne, Newark to see the lights. My parents are from Bayonne, New Jersey. Jersey City, man. Jersey City, represent. What do you want? Pork rolls or Taylor ham? You can still like DJ as a person. I do. You know what, John? That is a great way to put it. You can still like him. Old school, 48. Oh, yeah. So you're not too far. I'm a couple of years older than you, T. Brad. I'm a couple of years older. You could still like DJ as a person. You can. You could think he's a great guy, 100%. You can think that he is, you could think he's Moses and everyone else combined in the one, but you're right. He can still be an off quarterback. So we're going to Will for Willis. We gotta hold on. We're going to Will for Willis. Let's see here. Here we go. Cliffside Park in the house. Got a lot of Jersey guys. City Gardens, man. I lived in City Gardens. I saw Green Day, Henry Rollins, the Ramones, Guar, Jane's Addiction, Nirvana. People don't know City Gardens was a hot spot for alt rock groups back in the day. Black Flag. I was there for that. I was there for multiple Halloween shows when Guar would play. And Guar had battling cockroaches, guys at cockroaches, and they took a large sword and they would cut their heads off and blood would just spew into the audience. 99-cent dance night. I was going to City Gardens before you could actually go into City Gardens age-wise. The little guy from Trenton State to the NBA. Hell yeah. Oh, he's like 5'7", 5'4". He was the same size as, what's his name, Muggsy Bogues. Will for Willis. I'm liking this. Let's get it trending. Let's get it trending on Twitter. I like that. Will for Willis. I have Let the Peacock Fly and Will for Willis. Fairview in the house. A lot of Jersey guys. Route 29 stinks in Trenton. Yeah, it does. It does. I like the Trenton Thunder Stadium though. They used to have an old building on. There's a club there now. That was like this old burned out building on the side of the stadium when they opened it up. And my favorite player was in the first season of Trenton Thunder was Pork Chop Poe, first baseman. Tony Clark, no more Garcia Parra. They all play down there in Trenton. Could be much worse if you lived in Camden. I don't go to Camden. I don't go to Camden. I don't even like the aquarium. I'm afraid of the fish. What's going on, Tim? What you guys do? If we lose today, we are officially done. Yes, if we lose today, we are officially done. We're pretty much officially done anyways. But if we do lose today, we are officially done. Unless there's a total collapse by Dallas. But I think Dallas needs to win like 1 or 2 more games. Even though I hate tanking, I cannot have the Eagles get there. I can't have the Eagles get that first round pick either. No slander on 29. 29 really does suck. Really, and just because you're driving by the water doesn't make it any better. If Jones is out there, do you think a starter somewhere else, or is his career usually a Josh McDaniels? That's a good question. I think he'll be given an opportunity to go somewhere else and play, but I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to excel. Pork roll, man. You gotta like the pork roll. 1-9 is the worst. Yeah. Run down at what you call it. You know what you need to run down? If you really want to talk about the worst in Jersey traffic, go down 287 during rush hour, heading towards Rutgers. That's always terrible. The scouting department is a train wreck, and this is the thing. Win or lose or draw, we need to take this thing and we need to just wipe it out. We need to take a big-ass broom and sweep it from the head down and move everything out and get some new philosophies in here. An understanding, a knowledge. And I'm an old school guy, but the Giants are way too old school. The problem is a mixture of over-evaluating talent, not being able to cultivate. That's what I think is a huge problem. Will for Willis. I love that, though. All these former Giant draft picks are still in the NFL. Show they draft good backups or can't. That's the thing, and I've said that before. They're not cultivating the talent that they have. They're not, and that is a big issue. That is a big issue. I'm getting Will for Willis ready to trend. Oh, it's also great because it just pisses people off. From equals DJ that makes reason. We don't know that yet. We hope he is. You know, at this point in time, why not? Armor Hammer Stadium. It used not to be Armor Hammer Stadium. It was something else when it first opened up. I have the original program for the very first Trenton Thunder game because I was there. I was there with my father. That's the problem, though. They over-evaluate their own talent. And I think that's the best way. What, we got another giant alert. Giant alert, giant alert. What is this giant alert saying here? If you're not seeing me read Twitter, I'm going to be reading my phone to see what the problem is. Oh, no, same thing. Giants are at the stadium. I like when it's breaking news. Giant fans. Oh, Burlington, New Jersey in the house. The Giants are good when we're hitting. Yeah, we are good when you hit on undrafted free agents, but we haven't been hitting on them. 1627, but it's dark in 1627 because, all right, Dom, so let's see here. Because everyone knows I'm good at math. So if it's 1627 in the UK, that means it's 4:30 in the morning here. It's dark. I have my afternoon tea, so it's officially evening. I can't really argue with Tim. Of course not. With Tim carrying the show, not because I totally agree, but because he has the controls. That's right. I have. Well, you know what I have? And one day I get the soundboard fixed up, Mr. Authentic.
You nitpick.
You still nitpick like me, though. Just remember that, Dom. And I'm going to start playing that on our show. Burlington, New Jersey in the house. Burlington, New Jersey. Big house representing Big Blue. Best thing about Burlington, Jersey was the origination of the Burlington, Jersey coat factory. The Burlington Coat Factory. That used to be the spot. Oh, back in the years. Used to go to the big store and get coats when I was a kid. If you saw I love the Ramones. If you saw the Ramones, how many you have smart remarks when my boss was in the band and opened up for them at City Gardens plenty of times. I love the Ramones, man. Sheena is a punk rocker. Sheena is. I love the Ramones. I'm gonna hit your ride to Rockaway Beach. Rockaway Beach. And I love the movie they did. Most people don't know the Ramones were in a movie. I saw the Ramones at least 7 times at City Gardens. At least 7 times. You know, it's funny. Jon Stewart, the comedian, talk show host, he evidently was a bartender at City Gardens. And I've said this a million times. I must be the only one in the history of City Gardens that does not remember him. I don't remember him. I must be the only one. Sheena is A punk rocker, she knows. The greatest thing I saw there was was Nirvana. And it was on a bad night. It was on a bad weather night. And there was hardly anyone there. And so many people thought that they were terrible. I actually liked them. Make sure you include the prayer symbol in the tweet. All right, I gotta put that. We gotta figure out something else with that too. Have I ever been to Jersey Gardens? No, I have not been to Jersey Gardens. The Trenton Thunder team. Yes, they are owned by the Yankees. They used to originally be owned. Can't talk to. They were originally owned by the Boston Red Sox when they first came out. I always hated Jersey until I met my wife and moved to Cliffside Park. Nicer people, so a lifestyle opinion. I enjoyed. I live in Germany. Oh, I didn't know you lived in Germany. Logic's fine. So I did not know that. I didn't know that at all. I grew up in Jersey City most of my life nearby. I know where that is. Jersey in the house, man. If Jacksonville gets the number 1 overall pick, I can see them. He's jumping from the Giants. They might. And that is an interesting perspective. They could potentially do that. What's this other elephant? Another elephant in the room is this year, Tony. Tony, I can't. You know what's funny with Tony? It's been a weird season. It's been a weird issue for Tony because it's been issue after issue for him. And you don't want to harp on I was never a big fan of the Tony Picker. I think everyone knows that. I think the fact that when the nicest thing the scouts could say about your route running is that you're unique. And what's happening now with Tony is opposing teams are staying home. What I call it. They're staying home on Tony. They're letting Tony stay in front of them. They're keeping him in front of him. They're letting him doing his juke and his jive and going around, but they're keeping the play in front of him and they're waiting for help. That's what's going to happen. All right, Saeed. Hope you have yourself a great day. Will for Willis. That's what we're doing, man. I love it. Will for Willis. If you're letting Dexy before the trade line, I would move Dexter Lawrence if he does not start progressing and start becoming the player that we hoped he would be. I would move him. Mount Laurel in the house. Here in Germany, it's thank you, Logic's finest. Jersey pizza is the best, man. Jersey pizza is the best. Oh, what we got here? Oh, I'm thankful you didn't draft the draft button. Someone told me I've got a good impression. My boss replied, "You're not listening to the show lately." We all know Dom, who is, like I said, who is a co-host of NFL Talk from across the pond, the back. He does impressions, and most people don't know what his impressions are. So I want you to guess what the Dom impression is. Here we go. I need a bigger board, and the Dom impression is.
Draft, baby. Yeah.
Cologne, Germany. Cologne. I've been to Cologne, Germany. I've been there. What do we got here? Jose G says, Tony was another one-year wonder. Yes. You know what the thing is about him? I'm still saying Slater. I know people are like, you got Slater wrong. Well, you know what? I don't get everything right. But I didn't get Parsons wrong. I said that if you take a look at the first 3 seasons in Florida, the problem is he excelled in a COVID year. Just throwing it out there. Lambertville. Grew up in Lambertville. There you go. Lambertville, man. Lambertville Station, right over across the bridge in New Hope. Fran's Pub. Great biker bar. I think Denver will take Jones for a 2nd and a 5th. I think they would take Jones for a 2nd and a 5th. The problem is, do I think the Giants would take a 2nd and a 5th for Jones because of the fact that they took him 6th overall? Why not start Matt from Connecticut? Solder seems like he has David pictures ago. Solder and Hernandez are lost. They are. I laugh because I still say that Nate Ebner's got pictures of something with somebody. Just saying that. I've had the same thing, Vinny G. I've said it many times. Many times. Trenton Thunder are no longer affiliated with the Yankees. Somerset Patriots, now the AA team. Then who is Trenton Thunder affiliated with? Because they always have they have an organization. I know that. Malik Willis has an upside that you can't and want to build around. Now, I want to build around Malik Willis. I want to build around a 21st century quarterback. I want a guy that if we're rolling into Miami, that I have this guy, that I have this feeling. He's 3 Ninja approved. He's got a feeling that he can run, he can move, he can facilitate. Like I said, I've said this a million times. A quarterback needs to be like a point guard who can create his own shot. I don't really do impressions, as Tim has proved. You do impressions, Tom. You have great impressions. Edison, New Jersey, man. I've been to Edison a long time. I had a friend that lived in Edison. I had a Woodbridge Ave. Woodbridge Ave, man. Woodbridge Mall. I spent so much time as a kid at the Woodbridge Mall. I don't know why, because they had the Quaker Bridge Mall right down the road from us, but we always went to Woodbridge. I don't know why. Trent, they're a Toronto affiliate now? I didn't know that. Did not know this. Let's see. The problem is ownership is too impatient. They want 1 year success instead of back-to-back years of success like in Green Bay. I think that they're impatient to a point, but sometimes I think their patience is too much. Ergo, Jerry Reese and a few other guys. Edison in the house. Malik Willis can extend the play. That's what we need. He needs someone to extend the plays. Get off the ball, extend the play, move the pocket. I've said in I think it was the Saints game. No, it wasn't the Saints game. I can't remember what the game was. I said that the Giants were going to employ a floating pocket, which means they were going to roll out Jones left. They were going to roll him out right, and he was going to throw. The only problem is they did that, but the problem is Jones is not good on the run. There are plays, if you watch Malik Willis, when he rolls out and then throws, and at times it looks like he's going to take off, and then he chucks the ball 45 yards down the field for a completion. Let's see here. Norway in the house. Welcome, Norway. Don't forget the Menlo Park Mall. The Menlo Park Mall was the nice mall. You went to the Menlo Park Mall if you had money. So you must have had money. Going to Menlo, throwing up the Menlo Park Mall, Mr. Bougie. Some of us can afford to go to the Menlo Park Mall. That was the nice mall, though, because that was before Woodbridge. Is it still there, Menlo Park Mall? I heard Matt oversold on the right tackle. We need to know Solder's career is behind him, so why not? Matt has it is now. If it's not like we're going to the playoffs, yeah, throw him out there. Why not? What the hell we got to lose? I didn't know about this place I know Somerset. Real Italians, so really good pizza. I loved it when I lived in Florida. You can never really get great pizza, and they told us it was a chlorine in the water when they make the dough. So there was these guys from Jersey, and I walked into their place. And it was funny. It was like deja vu. So I'm looking at this guy behind the counter, like, I know you. And then I'm not gonna say his name, but I was like, he's like, yeah. He's like, oh my God. He goes, you're Tim. He goes, we used to have this shop here. And I'm like, oh my God. And he told me, though, it was the chlorine in the water in Florida that does not allow the yeast in the dough to rise. So they only made their pizza with bottled water. And it was the best. It was the best, closest New York style pizza I've ever seen. I enjoy New York Mills, but I'm afraid Connor, we're going to pass on him. You know that. Thank you, Dominic. Exactly. How much worse can Matt be? Evidently, he could be pretty bad. Evidently, he could be pretty terrible. As much as I would love to replace DJ, we need to build a team. And O-line still sucks. We have no linebackers. Our wide receivers can't stay healthy. And our D-line isn't the same without defense. Dalvin Thompson. Okay, that's the end of the quote for the day. I live by Menlo, and exactly. Yeah, Menlo Park is Menlo Park was right next to each other. Menlo. And it was the in Woodbridge. Oh no, we lost a ninja. And Woodbridge, it was the on the bottom floor. It was the Wendy's. That was the place to hang out. It was the Wendy's. Yeah, it tricked me out. Yeah. Oh my God. New York pizza. The water makes the pizza. You're right. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. That's why New York pizzas, bagels, and rolls are the best. I love bagels, man. Sauce or gravy. To me, it's gravy. It's gravy. Oh, let's see. Some places love to add water, which it does. It makes it good. You gotta do the water. Tim, are we eligible to cut or trade Sterling? Yes, we are. Never healthy. We are going to incur some cap damage, though. I'm done with him. I know we kind of extended him, but is it possible to get rid of him? It's going to hurt, but our cap is so screwed next year. It doesn't matter. The only problem was getting rid of the talent because of our the cap spaces. Even if they're average to above average talent, if you get rid, even though we're paying them star salary, if you get rid of them, you're still devoiding yourself of that talent, and you're still taking the hit on the cap space. So that's kind of what you need to look at for. I got family in the Woodbridge. We're in the Woodbridge. That's my neighborhood, right next to Roosevelt Park. I know Roosevelt Park. I know it well. I hate watery pizza sauce. No, you don't put it in the sauce. You make the dough with the water, which allows the yeast to cultivate and rise. Again, this is a US 1 sucks. Anyone remember the US 1 flea market? That was down by Woodbridge. You go right over the bridge on Route 1. I hated Route 1 traffic too, man. Hated Route 1 traffic. But the US 1 flea market was like the bomb back in the day. Matt hasn't been great either, just to be fair. Solder hasn't been either. Beyond Gates and Thomas, I wouldn't rate our line, but Matt always needs a rep. When he needs him, writes him off. He's always development. He is a developmental pick. He was developmental pick before Tim. Dom, we share the same brain. No, Tim, I was talking about water mixing sauce. Oh, okay. All right. Shepard he's out today. He's out. Cap screwed because the fans thought number 8 was worth building around. Oh my God. The Route 1 flea markets, they brought it back because they closed the Route 1 flea market. They closed the Route 1 flea market years ago, probably in the early 90s. They closed that. Roasted peanuts at the flea market. Yes, because you had that stand right when you walked in, you walked out. This big white stand with the glass. And yes, you would get the roasted peanuts and you would sit there and eat the peanuts as you walked around the flea market. And that place was such a dump. You're right. It's a movie theater now. It is a movie theater now, but that place used to be such a dump. It was a dirt market. I mean, it really was, but it was fun to go to as a kid. I think Solder has no foot technique. He gets pancakes sometimes. He's not quick enough to guard the. No, he's not. And if you take a look and remember last, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think it was in Tampa, where he was actually blocking backwards. Never seen that before. Spun around and was like, where's everybody? I got an open field. I can run for a touchdown. He needs weapons. He needs weapons. He needs an O-line. He needs a different offensive coordinator. The summer equinox needs to be here. The wind has to be at least 2.3 miles out of the west. But beyond that, Daniel Jones is the bomb. Route 1 flea market has been moved since 1999. I know it was 90s they closed the flea market. I remember that. Mallrats. Yeah, Mallrats when it came out. Kevin Smith with Clerks. Mallrats, his follow-up homage to Clerks. I actually liked Clerks 2. Clerks 2 made me laugh. May your first child be a masculine one. It's like, what did you do? She was sweating me. Do you think Blake Martinez will back next year? We have to address I do think we are going to have to address the middle linebacker position. I think they may possibly, depending on how he comes back from the injury, either ask him to renegotiate his cap number, because the fact that, I'm not sure how he is going to, or how he's going to come back. I'm not sure yet. So we're probably going to need a middle linebacker too. Not all Giant fans handed out horrible. Not true. Not true. All the Giants were handing out targets. Yeah, there was some good contracts. There was that contract with that guy and that thing with Nate Ebner. He was a great contract. Matt needs more than to develop. He needs to work with a defense coach, because his entire technique is absolutely horrible. Footwork technique, speed technique. He looks lost at times. He does. And the biggest problem is, and I've said this before we even drafted him, and go back and you can watch the draft video. It's hand placement. He has no clue what to do with his hands at times. And they always say, you want to kind of get, if you're going to hold, especially if you're going to hold, especially if you're an interior lineman, but he's a playing tackle though, you want to get inside. If you're going to hold, you're going to hold inside. He hasn't figured out where to put his hands yet. Cap space screwed because we gave big money to a few overvalued players like Williams, and then we followed up with throwing every weapon at Jones needed and back to EJ's around. You're not wrong, Dom. You're 100%. You are 100% right. And I have a new from now on, when someone's 100% right, it's going to be no longer getting the rim shot. You're going to get the
draft, baby. Yeah,
baby. That's Dom's Austin Powers. I'm shocked that that guy from the UK can't do Austin Powers. I wonder if Joe Judge is hurting you went out and got Rob Sale. You went out and got, at one point in time, Freddie Kitchens' job was to work with the offensive line as well. So they are trying to figure out a way to cultivate and maturate an offensive line philosophy, but I just don't think it's working. Glennon is one of the worst backup quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't disagree with you. Don't know why these guys make it on the team, because you know what? You need somebody. You need and I've said this a million times, Ryan. I wish I could be the worst backup quarterback in the NFL because I'm in the NFL. And I bet I could be pretty bad. Inside the shoulder paddles, you win the battle. There you go, Zach. Summed it up. Leonard Williams against Tampa playing 17-10 score. He literally is playing patty kick with the offensive lineman, king of the almost sack. He is still the king of the almost sack. That's why we're going to be doing our king of the almost sack giveaway. I got coffee mugs coming. I got mouse pads coming with king of the almost sack.
King of the almost
We
sack.
are going to be giving those away when they show up. Like I said, I was going to sell them, but I don't want to get into selling stuff unless I can donate the money. I can't always keep donating money though, because I got to pour some money back into the channel. That's the good thing, it's the good. I love it because someone who was a spy from another channel was here on Friday, and they said the only redeeming quality of this channel is you donate your money. Well, I got something to say to that. Why don't you donate yours? Put up or shut up. Don't come here and tell me that's the only redeeming quality of the channel when you don't do the same. Just throwing it out there. I would extend the Blake linebackers over the years, so we're really trusting a rookie. The problem is you cannot have, and he's played, not going to say he's played well, but he's played fair and outside of last week. And that's Tate Crowder. He's too small to play your middle linebacker, especially when you don't have the inside protection of a Dalvin Tomlinson. There are worse backup quarterbacks than Glenn, says Zach Wilson anyway. Yeah, Zach Wilson may be the problem. Losing Dalvin Thompson, it killed. It really killed. Martinez did, but Dalvin showed his wares. And I've said this a million times. There are guys out there that do the dirty work that the stats do not show up, and that was Dalvin Tomlinson. It's said that when you're 6'7", 300 pounds, coach says you need more to be more physical. Oh, that is bad. Let's get physical. Just reminding myself that the people in the glass houses shouldn't throw stones or throw shade on Zach Wilson. Oh my God. How do you feel about us going 3-4 wide formation? I don't think we have the personnel. I think it would be bad. It's sad that our coach say Matt needs more time to be physical. Will we get a Smith sighting today? I don't know. Maybe. We need a Quincy sighting. Pert had 3 holding calls because of Perrette. Sorry. Had 3 holding. That's why I call Matt from Connecticut. Had 3 holding calls because he has no technique. He is slow to grab the neck. Yes, he is. It's difficult to teach. That, you know what the problem is? And you could say this even about Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez, an interior lineman, is still getting caught grabbing guys behind the neck. 4 years in the league. How are you doing that? How? James! What's up, my friend? What's up, Room? Our entire coaching staff and scout needs to be replaced. We should pick the wrong people. You don't coach up players. We get not a good formula for success. No, it's not, Mr. Williams. I think James has graduated to Mr. Williams. We have Mr. Lewis. I think he's going to be Mr. Williams. Yes, Tate Crowder is more of a will linebacker. You're right. See, there we go. It's Mr. Williams. It's Janet. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Nasty boys don't mean a thing. God forbid if Crowder goes down. If Crowder goes down, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Did you know that? Yeah, I didn't know the Giants were carrying 52. I don't understand that either. I didn't know that either. Hard to find run stoppers on the D-line. Easy to find pass protectors, but fans are shouting, re-sign Leonard. So they want to get rid. I never wanted him. I said, give him $11 million. I said, give Leonard $11 million, 3 years. You want to guarantee 22 of it? That would have been fine, but he's not going to be worth. He's not Aaron Donald. If we get the deal, stop saying it's we are no, we're not. No, what are we doing? We're willing for Willis, and I gotta do one of these. Gotta give the pray thing. No. We're not getting a defensive tackle. It would be a giant thing to do is get a defensive tackle. I don't see much of a drop off from Jones and Glenn. I don't see much of a drop off either, and I'm actually excited to see a guy that can throw the ball down the field. We're gonna wrap this up at noon, guys. So we're gonna wrap this up in 6 minutes. So if you want to give me your scores. Who do you think is going to win? What's the score of the game? We are going to give away something. We're going to give we still have the Super Bowl ring to give away. We have the Eli Manning 2007 replica Super Bowl ring, which we still haven't given away. The Ninja approved. All you have to do is guess the score. We are going to go for 6 minutes. And we are going to see. We're going to go for 6 minutes.
That's what she said.
And we are going to move forward. So let's get our scores in here. Let's hope somebody wins this damn ring. Took forever to someone to win the Daniel Jones toilet paper, and Mr. Williams was nice enough to accept it. So we got Jake coming in here at Miami 17, Giants 23. Vinny G dropping 16-10 G-Man. We also got 17-10 here coming from the Retro Spider-Man. Or what is that? Not Retro Spider-Man. What are that movie's called? Leo outperformed his contract with those limb sacks. He wanted big boy money or he walks. Well, you know what? Let him walk. Let him go. I even said it. Let him go. Let the guy go. Move him out. Move him on. We didn't need him. He was going to kill our cap space. He is wrecking our cap space. And that's your point. He needs to play. He needs to play that way. He needs to play like he's got something going on. He needs to play like, you know, and you just said it so apropos.
Are you a big man? Pop! I'm talking to you. What? You wake up in the morning, you say, I put on my big boy pants. Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to step up today. He needs to put on his big boy pants. Jose G coming in at the fish with 24-17. Jonathan coming in 24-17. Oh, we got a tie here. So if it's 24-17, we'll do a coin flip. And no, we won't do a coin flip. Everyone will get a prize. We got the Finns coming in at 27-13. The second prize is probably going to be sucky. Dom coming in at 27-13. We are going to give away the Eli Manning replica Super Bowl ring. 2007. We got Samuels dropping 21-17 to the Finns. Zach Attack coming in 34-30. G-Men. Read the full message. The guys I'm talking about isn't eligible to come out of the draft low. I'm just saying, I know what you're saying in the late rounds. I got your whole message. I got it. We got Ryan coming in the Giants 23-17. 6 minutes. Sounds like oh my God, I'm not gonna read the rest of that, Dom. You know what, Dom? You're getting close to getting banned. Sorry, I'm just joking. Rob's coming in at 17-10 Giants and 21-17 Giants. Again, you could do multiple guesses. It's okay. Multiple guesses on the score. Matt isn't better than Solder. No, I don't think he is. Needs a game off to work on the offseason. I don't think, but he bulked up. Everyone knows in football lore, if you get bigger, you're better. We got this. What do we got? Derek coming in at 28-17 with the Squidward. James, what do you got, James? 27-24 Dolphins, but the offense looks better under Mike G. But Mr. Williams, do we start then? If Glennon's better, do we start Glennon next week? Ooh. Time to crawl on the bong until the game is on. That's always something good to do. That's always something good because it's legal now in most states. Just make sure you remember to wake up before the game. 28-14 Dolphins. I'm willing for Willis. We're going to will for Willis. I love that. We're going to make that trend today. Will for Willis. Because it'll also piss a lot of people off. We got the Giants and again, Vinny G 26-20 Giants. Ryan's also dropping in 24-12 Giants. And we got the 1970s Giant logo for forever at 23-19 Dolphins. Joe Judge will throw a red flag to talk. Oh my God, poor Joe Judge. On this planet, it's 11 sacks, outperforming anything. Come back to reality, guys. You defend Leonard Williams. He's horrible. Jet fans were dancing up and down when we got him. I told you, I had so many Jet fans who are like, I don't care. Got Leonard Williams. So we suckered you guys. All right, guys, we only have 2 minutes left. What do we got our scores here? We got Ryan coming in at Giants 13-10. We got a lot of low scores today, man. No offensive explosions for the G-Men. All right, Derek's coming back at 2017 G-Man. I thought we would have some offensive explosions here. I thought some people would be like, hey, let's get this going here, guys. Let's move this on. Let's see what the Giants can do. You know, we got a new quarterback. We have Freddie Kitchens in the second year and our second day or whatever into the system. What do we got here? Come on, we got to have something here. We got to have some big scores here. Big scores. I want big scores. I want a big score. What do we got here? What type of wide receiver is Slayton when he really has two deep threats? And you know what the problem is? I just think that the league, and I've said this before, after year one, the league adjusted to Slater. The league adjusted, and he did not adjust with it. And that's a problem. If you don't adjust when the league adjusts, and then there's an issue. And that's exactly what happened with Darius. And they're not using him enough. He's not looking deep enough. How dare you question Joe Judge? Well, you know, I don't remember what button that is. But let's see here. I think it's button number 3. Here we go. Watch this. Okay, you know what? I'm getting a bigger board there. So, guys, we're going to have all the sound effects easier.
How dare you question Joe Judge?
Because I do those things. Because that's what my job is. What do we got coming here? We got 21-13 Dolphins. Oh, and we also I missed one here. We got Giants 17-14. We got 1 minute, guys. Closing out in 1 minute. We're not going to score much, and the defense is playing decent, low, close scoring game. I think there's going to be, I'm thinking there might be, and I like what Zach is saying right here 10 targets, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. I could see it. Blame Jason Garrett. If we do lose, we are blaming Jason Garrett. All right, we're getting in under the wire here because we got a couple more scores. It is 12 o'clock. The clock is rung. The clock has struck midnight. The clock has struck 12. The Giants 28-20. For the G-Men. Big day for John Ross. Mr. Williams, I can see that. Go deep. Take a shot. What else you got to lose? 30 points, 28-24 Giants. Last call. You know what? You take as many as you want. But you know what, guys? We are going to be closing this out. We are going to be ending the stream because, like I said, I just wanted to jump on like we do every Sunday, having a good time, having some fun. You know what we're going to do? We are going to, which I never do. We're going to close it out. And we're going to close it out big time because you know what? We want a Giant win, and we'll bring back the OG intro when the Giants win, and we will do something special for Mike Glennon. But we're going to end it with hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. We'll see you all after the game. Look out for our video. Everyone stay safe. Everyone have fun. Let's hope the Giants win this one big. Let's do it for the